Yo, can you see the
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Domenicricc Show.
button? What is going on, Instagram? We are officially only doing the show on YouTube now, but I will keep streaming like this for Instagram. My handle, same exact thing. And that way, if you go to Instagram, you can see the reaction videos that will be showing. So, unfortunately, for some reason, Instagram. Oh, excuse me. For some reason, um, YouTube will not let me stream horizontally today, so it has to be vertical. It's okay. Joe, let's get into what the intro is, okay? So, guys, today, before I even say the topic of the show, I'm going to tell you who I'm speaking about and why. So, today, if you look behind me, you'll see this man, Kobe Bryant. God rest his soul. It was a tragedy what happened to him, but the reason why he's on my wall, yeah, he was an amazing basketball player, but it's more than basketball. I Kobe Bryant is on my wall because I believe that he is the hardest working man, in my opinion, one of the hardest working men to ever live. Um, and he always would compare himself to Michael Jordan. So, guys, if you don't know about basketball, this conversation it could still work. You can still understand it because Michael Jordan. The difference is he was born gifted. He was born very athletic, very skillful. Joe, can you put up the lighting a little bit? I feel like it's a little bit dark. Um, so the difference between Kobe and Jordan is Kobe, he had to work for everything he has ever gotten. 5 rings, MVPs, Defensive Player of the Year, I think. And this is the point. It's past the basketball, okay? Because I actually I became more involved with Kobe Bryant's life when he retired. And I remember one interview. He was in an interview. I forget who it was with. I think it might have been Patrick Bet-David. He asked him. He said, "Kobe, because it happened. This interview was as soon as he was retired. So the interviewer asked him, "Do you have any regrets?" And I think this was just as soon as he retired. "Do you have any regrets at all?" Kobe said no. The interviewer asked, "Why not?" Kobe Bryant said, "Because I gave it everything I could. So how can I have a regret? How can I be disappointed if I gave it everything?" And that speaks volumes to me. That's why I have that mindset of giving it your best, doing whatever you choose to do, which I recommend to everybody. If you want to compete in something, or if you want to, I don't know, lose weight by a certain point, or even bulk up to a certain point, do the best at it that you can. Give it your all, and then that way you will feel multiple different feelings. Even if you were in the last episode on Monday, dopamine, because you went through the whole process, you gave it everything you have. Um, no regret, self-explanatory. Because how can you have any regrets if you tried your hardest? If you gave your full capability, how can you have any regrets? And that's the point of why I have Kobe Bryant on my wall. This man, he will be, also, he is, one of the men that I admire most in this world. And then that leads me right into the topic of the day, the domino effect. Joe, give me 1 second to pull up some of my notes, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Out. Let's go. Ducks. All right. Yeah. So that's the reason why I chose Kobe. Joe, you know I've been a Kobe fan forever. You know how I
Forever.
feel about LeBron. Exact opposite. Not in terms of player, but in terms of personality. He's not really competitive. He's a jokester. Kobe Bryant was a killer. He wouldn't look you in your eyes. LeBron James laughs and jokes around with people when there's 2 seconds left in the game and they're down by 2. So anyway, it's not about basketball, but yeah, guys. So the domino effect, the Kobe Bryant example, is the outcome of the domino effect. So let's start with some bad examples, okay? Joe, would you mind pulling up our first reaction video of the day?
Of course.
So this video, guys, I chose this one because it kind of paints a picture abroad of what I'm talking about. Yeah, Joe, you gotta kind of, hold on, Joe, you kind of, yep, you got it. There you go. Yep, and you could hold it, right. Instagram, Joe, hold on a sec. Instagram, if you guys want to see the reaction video, go on to YouTube. Joe, you can just hold it and play it. It's not a long video at all.
Yeah.
All right?
All right. Here we go.
Happens when a child eats processed meats every day. Ethan was 8 years old. Almost every morning, he had sausage, ham, or chicken nuggets for breakfast. It was fast, it was cheap, and it seemed normal. At first, nothing felt wrong, but little by little, things began to change. Ethan was always tired. He didn't feel like playing anymore. He complained about headaches and had trouble focusing in class. His grades dropped, his mood shifted, and slowly his smile started to fade. No one understood what was happening. How could such an energetic kid suddenly want to sleep all the time? What most people don't see is this. Processed meats, loaded with sodium and chemicals, don't nourish your growing body. They only trick it. They don't fuel the brain. They don't strengthen the muscles. They leave a child without what he truly needs to think clearly, move freely, and feel alive. Ethan wasn't sick. He was undernourished, and his body was quietly asking for help. Because a well-nourished child doesn't just grow stronger. He thinks better, feels deeper, and dreams bigger. So ask yourself, are you feeding your child so they can live with energy?
Thank you, Joe.
Or just so they feel full fast?
You can just shut the whole thing down. Yeah, so I wanted to start there because, so for a domino effect, guys, it could be a good or bad. Good domino effect or bad. It's self-explanatory if you think about it like that. So how would you imagine after seeing, something like that, which is very normal nowadays, especially in the world we live in today, that kid, that poor child, which is not a real child, is going to grow up thinking it's okay to eat like this, and he's going to get used to feeling a certain way, and then it can go to all different mindsets, all different thoughts from there for that child, because how he's feeling is from what he's eating, and the way it makes him feel. He could feel depressed, unmotivated, so many different things, and it starts from one area. Okay, Joe, would you mind pulling up our second reaction video? So, but give me 1 second. So, for this video, this is an example, you could say, of what maybe that kid could have turned out to. Okay? That's what I could say for this. Go ahead, Joe. Yeah, guys, right now, you got it, Joe. You just got to hold it. Thank you.
Video number 2.
Joe, it's all right?
The days of that bitch. Let's go. So the night before, a bitch had too much liquor, you know what I mean? So I woke up this morning sick as hell. So I couldn't even put cream cheese or salami or nothing on
Yeah,
the
this
fish.
is-
It was a plain bagel and some water. Then I already had the liquor shits, so I got a small coffee on the way out of town because I was gonna shit myself. Then we went to Texas Roadhouse for lunch, and you know a bitch had to get the cinnamon fucking butter and rolls and fuck. Okay, then we got cheese fries. What does a fat bitch look like not eating cheese fries? And Texas Roadhouse's ranch is the best. Argue with someone else because I don't know what to tell you. I also had a salad because fat bitches like salads, all right? And now that was rude. The vegetables tried to escape me. They're playing me. I had a Coke. Was then I had me an 8-ounce sirloin. It was supposed to be medium rare. It was more like medium. But I dipped the shit in A1 anyways because sauce. I also love vegetables, even though I'm fat. Then we came home. This is at like 8. And we had McDonald's. Now this is me eating a fry and mac sauce. Ooh,
Unbelievable.
fuck.
Honestly.
Water.
Joe,
And I
you
had
can
a
pause it.
McDouble
And you don't
sauce
have to
with
close it.
extra
Can you
onion.
still see me?
It literally.
Pause it real quick. Can you still see me if it's up or no?
Yes.
Yeah, because we're about to go into one other video. Can you see my face?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Forgive this. We are going to start using OBS going forward, so that way we won't have to show reaction videos like this. But Joe, let me just expand on this a little bit, and then we could lower it. So, okay. First, I want to say this person, honestly, I could say I'm not a fan of, or I don't, because she's promoting living life like that in a good way. The way she's making the video, the way she's joking about it, and that didn't just start yesterday. That didn't start 2 years ago. It started slowly over time. And keep in mind, domino effect, it can be at any moments of your life. Okay? And we're going to get into that. We're going to expand on that. But imagine, okay, in this person's mind, she thinks living like this is good. And now I'm going to go a little bit deeper. So maybe not good. I mean, maybe good, but in her mind, obviously, she doesn't see anything wrong with it. Right, Joe?
Yeah.
Joe,
Please.
talk to the mic. She doesn't see anything wrong with it. But you know why, I think? Because she grew up probably by, the video we just saw, something similar. Maybe hanging out with bad people, whatever the case is. So understand, it could reach to a point, guys. Joe, would you mind showing the second video that I chose now? So this is video 3. This video should be, what is it labeled as?
Video 3, bad habit.
Yes, go ahead.
We got a special guest in this one.
All right. Go ahead, Joe. Yeah, you don't have to close it completely, but because we have a few more, Joe, you go. Can you see me clearly? And can you see everything or no?
See.
All right, so close it a little bit because we have a few more. So, that video that you just saw, what do you think about that? Genuinely, what do you think about that? So that obviously, it could be rage bait. Yeah, I'm not stupid, but even deciding to make that video, okay, put it there. That decision to make that video and to show the world whatever you're doing, whatever she was doing, which I reacted to that video, and okay, understand also, to get to, I'm trying to be, let's say, politically correct, but to where her body size is, it wasn't out of nowhere, okay? And what the domino effect is, this is my version. When I say a domino effect, it means you start somewhere small and it goes to somewhere bigger and then bigger and then bigger and then bigger. And eventually your life changes for the better. Okay? That is the version. That is what I mean when I say a domino effect. And if you think about it, it could be self-explanatory, because this lady, for example, let's just say the Pepsi with adding 5 tablespoons of sugar or whatever she did. I guarantee you when she grew up, she didn't compete in any sports. I guarantee you when she grew up, she probably hung around not great people, and I don't know if she has, any illness or anything or something. So, you know what, Joe? Just because of I don't know that, let's switch to the first lady who was very disrespectful, because this lady or whatever, this person was not disrespectful pouring the soda. So she might have something, that I'm not sure, but let's stick with the first example. Like I said, it doesn't start there out of nowhere, guys. So her childhood, I guarantee you, if I had a conversation with her or her parents, let's say, my assumption is that I think I'm correct in the way that she would have grown up if I'm thinking how I think, in terms of not competing in any sort of sport when you're a child, not eating good, not doing good in school, not hanging around the right people. And even one of those things isn't good, okay? But imagine all of them, and imagine all of them happening over time, okay? So now now the negatives out of the way, all right? Let's show the video for me, the first video 4, correct?
Video 4.
Yes. So in this video, guys, this is a little motivation for you. Go ahead, Joe. It's not playing. Is it?
Lazy people do a little work and think they should be winning, but winners work as hard as possible and still worry if they're being lazy. Driven human beings are going to always feel like they're behind. They're going to always feel like they're not doing good enough. They're going to always feel like they're not far enough. They're going to always feel like you're losing.
Champions are broken. We're like, huh? It's like people look at champions and try and find something that champion has that they don't have. He's like, but it's not that at all. He's like, they lack something everyone else has, which is an off button. They just don't stop.
Life rewards action. You cannot do everything, but you can do one thing and another and another. And that's the way you make massive progress in life.
Average people use their time to whine and complain. So you want to die all preserved. Make sure you die being used up.
Guys, this is getting me amped up. This is giving me that, Joe, you could pause that one, lower it a little bit.
Of course.
Yeah, so watching that just got me amped up, guys. So, eventually over time, my mind, it developed into this form of thinking, okay? This form of thinking of hard work is what it's going to take, things that come easy are cheap. That's how I see it. Joe, would you agree to that?
I 100% agree.
Hard work is the way life should be lived. And even by simply switching to that mentality right now, where you are in your life, right now, it will cause a domino effect. And I will give you my word for that, but you just have to commit to it and be consistent. So I just wanted to show you that to give you a little bit of motivation, some oomph, because like the first like the first coach said in that scene, lazy people want things easy. How was it said exactly, Joe? It was something similar to this. Winners know what it takes, something like that. Lazy people want it easy. That's like the point of the message. I wanted to show you that to put a little bit of fire into you guys. Understand the pain is temporary. And I'm talking about good pain, okay? Good pain, temporary for long-term success, long-term results. That's how you have to think, okay? Like I say, there's 24 hours in a day. What if you take one and use it for something challenging? Joe, would you mind showing video? This is reacting video 5, right?
Correct.
Okay. So Joe, you can start pulling it up. So I chose this video specifically, 1, because it made me very happy to see, and 2, because this is how a person's life should start, I believe, and this is how a young person's life should start if or when I have my first child, God willing.
Right.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you very much. So, guys, Joe, what a beautiful video, right?
Beautiful.
So this mother is doing exactly what she's supposed to do, in my opinion. So I'm gonna break this down a little bit in 2 different ways. So I'm gonna start with the child. So feeding your children something, foods like this, real food, real nutritious whole foods that actually benefit you and fuel you, and you just don't give to a child to make them stop crying. How do you think this child's gonna grow up after seeing what you just saw? Okay. And you could go on her page, by the way. So I should start getting the names of the videos I'm reacting to, but she's been doing this, and on her shirt it says growing good humans, Joe, or did it say raising good humans? It said growing or raising good humans.
I believe it said raising.
Yeah.
I want to say.
And that's exactly what she's doing. This child is going to grow up knowing how to eat. The child is going to grow up knowing what is good from bad. The child is going to grow up knowing how to what will make the child feel good or not. Because as time goes on, the domino effect happens, even subconsciously. So it can even work in both ways if you think about it, okay? And then as the life, as this little child is growing, it's not just, so black and white, the foods they're eating, it's affecting their mental, it's affecting them internally, their health, their ability to grow muscle, their metabolism. All of this is happening simultaneously as the child's growing and as the domino effect is progressing. And then it could go from all different ways from there. All right. And yeah, so just seeing that was fantastic to see. This is a perfect example of what a mother, in my opinion, should be doing. What a parent, what parents should be doing, because the youth is the future. And also, yeah, the youth your children learn from you. That's how they know what normal is, from the parents that raised them. So, Joe, the other part of the video I want to talk about is I I mean, this might not be true, but I think that maybe the mother probably didn't grow up, you know, in a healthy lifestyle. She might have, you know, lived differently and kind of lived in the way I was just explaining, but she chose to make a change. If this is the case, this might not be. I mean, and of course, I'm assuming this. Why? Because she does seem to be a little bit overweight. So that is a fair assumption, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know, because she can make the change, which she is, and she's doing it with her children. So that is something beautiful to see, you know. She in her past. So keep in mind, I'm making an assumption of this person. In her past, might have not lived a good life, a healthy life, whatever it is, and she learned from it, and now she's making sure, she's making sure to raise good human beings, healthy human beings, productive human beings to our society. Okay? Thank you. Thank you to this mother. Thank you. I love seeing videos like that, Joe.
Very nice.
So,
Very
Joe,
nice.
so this, you have to understand, you know, think about it in terms of, you know, think about, let me be careful what I say, because, you know, certain words, YouTube might get offended. We could look at people, you know, compare success stories, okay, with the domino effect. Where do you think, what side of the aisle do you think Kobe Bryant came from? So, let's start there. And I already know his story. He came from the side of the aisle, working as hard as he can since he was a young child. Used to live in Italy. He played basketball in Italy for a little bit. This man, I think, speaks 5 languages and worked his way into being one of the best basketball players to ever touch a basketball. So the domino effect, guys, it can start at the beginning stages of your life. It can start at any moment of your life. It can also start in a good way, or it can start in a bad way. But just know, at any point, you can make a change. Always keep that in your mind. The point of the domino effect, for me to tell you about this, is so you understand that what you're doing in your everyday life matters. It matters. What you eat determines how you feel. How you feel determines the output you will give into the world. And it's not only that. It determines how your children will be raised. It determines how long you will live. It determines many, many, many things, because you know, your children will see how you lived, etc., etc., etc. I'm sure you guys understand the point of this episode and why it is so important to pay attention to your everyday life. Joe, can you please show the final reaction video? And I chose this one specifically for a reason. You got it? Yeah. So guys, it will not be like this. Forgive us. Forgive us. Episode 4. We're still getting into it. We're open and honest. That's our company. That's what we believe in. We stand what we believe in. Go time. We stand up for it. We wear it. We believe in it. And many, many major announcements coming. Many, many major announcements coming soon. But Joe, let's play this video.
Like, fitness and health should not be a phase. It should just be a way of life. It should be a discipline. It should be a standard.
Joe.
More honor and off. No more on and off, just on, period. No more eating crap because it feels good, it fixes your emotions, it gives you that dopamine hit. Like, eat to fuel your body. Don't eat to feel good. Eat to fuel your body. Like you're this finely tuned, beautiful machine. Fuel it. Don't just punish it with junk. And if you prioritize your health and fitness, because here's why, man. Your ability to attract someone, your ability to make money, your ability to have mental toughness, your ability to be resilient is all determined by your level of fitness and health, period. How you maintain your body is a direct representation of how you will maintain a relationship. How you maintain your health is a direct representation of how you maintain your relationship, how you maintain your finances, how you maintain your mindset, how you maintain your environment. Prioritize your health and fitness, because when you do, you start raising your standards for all the other areas in your life, in your faith, in your family, in your fitness, in your finances.
All right, Joe, you could close it.
Standards everywhere, but it starts with
So-
your health and fitness.
Joe, thank you very much. So, that is my message in abroad. That's my message in abroad. And let me start here. So, when he says, you know, like, don't take it so literal. Okay, so if you want to, you know, eating healthy, I don't want you to think misery. I don't want you to think like suffering, like no enjoyment, because that's, I mean, like, please do not interpret it like that, because you can still enjoy eating healthy. You can still enjoy your whole foods, okay? So do not interpret it like that. But yes, absolutely correct, guys. You should utilize food as energy. Literally, utilize it as energy, because what you eat determines how you feel. Let me make it more literal, Joe, okay? All right, imagine eating a salad, okay, with 8 ounces of grilled chicken, Joe, maybe cherry tomatoes, a little bit of olive oil, and let's say some antioxidants, some blueberries, okay? So what did I say, 6 ounces of chicken or 8?
6, I believe.
So that's about 32 grams of protein, all right? Let's say 32 grams, okay? Someone ate that compared to somebody that ate a triple cheeseburger from Wendy's and fries. I don't even have to explain anymore. It's self-explanatory. So if you start thinking like this, guys, start eating for fuel, you will see how you will feel. And the domino effect happens from there, okay? So as you know, if you follow me on my socials, I'm a content creator and my content is nutrition based, but it is because it is a starting point. That's why it is that. It has to start somewhere. And maybe not for everyone. Maybe it has to start with somebody giving up an addiction, or maybe somebody fixing their sleep. But every single one of these does matter, and nutrition is probably the most important, because we have to eat to live. So the domino effect starts there. Okay. The domino effect starts there in every point of life, in every example that I gave, because what you eat matters how you feel, and you need to eat to survive. Joe, I just broke that down very simply. Would you agree?
I do agree.
It's, you know, and if you start thinking like that, I promise you guys, it will become almost an addiction in a good way. It will release dopamine, endorphin, different things in your brain where you will start to fall in love with the process. And then guess what will happen? A domino effect. You'll get a new job. You might feel more confident and start going out more with, you know, start going out on more dates. So, the domino effect. Guys, yeah, so, you know, this even rings back to me because I think about myself, you know, like my life wasn't always like this, like I always say, you know, and slowly, my life changed. And that is why I'm telling you this, the domino effect. I went through it. So what I tell you is authentic, it's real. Like I just told you guys, like this is only episode 4. We are still, you know, we're still being scrappy. We're doing what we have to do to get our message across. Okay? Right now, we have an iPad set up in front of the camera on a little like laptop holder, but that's just for now. You know, we're still building the studio, but you guys, this is because of you. This is all because of you. And I always say it. You know, I don't take any of the credit. I just do what I love, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get my message across, guys. Okay. So, Joe, before I get into anything else, are there any questions? If anything, I can take one question, Joe, and I will let you choose it if there. All right, so actually, let me just get right into this then, Joe. So, all right. So, guys, as you know, the Domenicricc Show Ep.4. So officially, we will be only streaming on YouTube going forward. For now, I have Instagram on, and I will always bring Instagram with me because Instagram is where it started. Instagram's where it all began for me. I remember the exact date. Not the exact date, but I could say month, 7 months, my first viral video. Keep in mind, I've been posting for way longer, but I'm so grateful, guys. Just look, Joe, right? Honestly,
Of course.
just look.
It's fantastic to be a part of
Yeah.
what we're all building.
Yeah. And to everybody here, thank you so much. And like I said last episode, I don't know if you guys were in here, but I do have my clothing brand coming out. Joe, if you don't mind.
Of course not.
So here for now, give you both, and I'll give you. So guys, for now, right now we have some hats. Also, show both hats, please, Joe. Thank you. Let me switch into the pink one. So we have these two hats right now, and it's not on my website yet. If you guys are interested, DM me. If you are wearing these, if I see people in wellness merch, that's what I'm gonna call this. Wellness. I'm gonna think of the name. You're representing something. You're representing what you believe in. You're representing change. You're representing you believe in a better life for people. Guys, okay? Please understand that. What this is, to me, this is not work. And soon I will be making a major announcement. And Joe, this is one last piece that we forgot to show. We're going to also, it's fine, you don't have to get up. We're going to start also, selling some coffee cups, gym shaker bottles. What else did I see up there? Thermos. How do you say those cups?
Thermoses.
Thermoses, yes, thermoses. All right. So, yeah, and like I said, without you guys, nothing happens. Nothing happens, guys. So, next episode, Sunday morning, Joe. Sunday morning, 11 a.m. Okay.
Yep.
So just give me a moment to still take this all in because, yeah, guys, like I'm extremely grateful. Sometimes people don't understand how I feel, during this whole process, like of what's happening, the domino effect. This is a part of my domino effect. Do you understand that? This is a part of my domino effect, Domenicricc. That's how you say my name correctly. This stage of my life now, this is a part of it, and this is what I believe in. God chose for me. For now, that's it on the Domenicricc Show, and I will see you guys in the next one, Sunday morning, 11 a.m. Thank you.
Good night, everybody.